Hi guys. So I'm just going to go straight into this. I came across this article in the Express and it's entitled Prince Harry opens up to William on staff members' plot to sabotage Meghan Markle. And what the article basically is about is that apparently Harry had a conversation with William, alleging that there were some staff members that were leaking stories to the press in some sort of plot to kind of take Meghan down. So you can see here that the Duke of Sussex warned his brother that a current staff member was taking payments for leaking private stuff to the press about him and Meghan. First of all, I should say they always talk about this leaking. First of all, there's been allegations across the board that Harry and Meghan have actually leaked stuff, and that they've leaked stuff not only within the UK, but they were sort of leaking stuff in America, particularly Meghan to her friends, sort of building up a profile in America of kind of Meghan and a positive audience. Some allege that, well, that's because she never intended to sort of let go of her career or her future in America, and that she was sort of working behind the scenes and setting it up there. She had her PR company, she still had her management team in America, and stories were getting leaked to People magazine and things that were having a really positive spin on Meghan and Harry, even though they were still working members of the royal family. But anyway, so there are allegations that Meghan and Harry have been leaking stories too. But what I find bizarre is that when Harry talks about the leaking of stories from the royal family, so how the royal family, I say royal family, I mean, it's not quite clear whether he's saying it's his dad, it's his brother, it's Camilla, it's Kate, or whether he's saying it's their team, or whether he's saying that it's people from the palace. It could be a bloody person fixing a light bulb and here's a conversation. I mean, come on. So anyway, but what Harry doesn't say is that those stories that were released were lies, because it doesn't seem to me that they are. There was stuff about Meghan making Kate cry, stuff about the argument over the bridesmaid dresses, the Megxit, the bullying allegations. I mean, these all seem to be true. So you're annoyed that people are leaking stories. Okay, well, you're annoyed that people are leaking stories that you haven't actually said are not true. So, okay. Anyway, so moving on. So it says Prince Harry revealed a private conversation he shared with his brother, the Prince of Wales, in which he warned Prince William about a plot against the Duchess of Sussex, Meghan Markle. The tense exchange came as Harry and Meghan were on the brink of leaving the royal family to move to the US. Harry warned his brother that a previous member of the royal staff was sabotaging Meghan by leaking stories to the press. So interesting that it's a previous member of royal staff. So are they a previous member because they've been sacked? Are they a previous member who was still a previous member at this time and was releasing stories, but then how were they getting the stories? I don't know. So the Duke admitted that he expected William to lecture him, but was surprised when he took Harry's concerns seriously. Well, there you are. I mean, I strongly believe, personally, this is just my view, that Harry has a bit of a distorted sense of reality, that he is very paranoid, and I've heard that from more than one source. And when I say source, I'm not no Inspector Gadget. I'm talking about things that I've read on the public domain. So I've heard that he's very paranoid. So I've heard that he gets offended really easily, that he's very sort of touchy, very emotionally immature. So I would not be surprised if some of the stuff he says is not exactly 100% the truth, but that he believes they are. So okay. So William did take his concerns seriously. I mean, I think William's a good guy, but there you are. In his memoir Spare, Harry said that he was surprised because for the first time in a long time, my brother heard me out and I was so grateful. Well, maybe if you stuck it about and you actually spoke to him like a proper person, not some baby, then, he might have actually listened to you a lot more. But it sounds to me that every time I hear these arguments that go on between him and his brother, it's almost like his brother's trying to get through to him and he's just not listening. I mean, William is trying to get through to Harry and Harry's just not listening. So it seems like he's speaking to a brick wall or something and he's trying to get through to him. So anyway, he added, someone suggested that before I left, I should step outside with Willie, cool our hands. All right. We went up and down the yew hedges. The day was freezing. I was wearing only a light jacket and Willie was in the jumper, so both of us were shivering. I was braced for a lecture. It didn't come. Willie subdued. He wanted to listen. For the first time in a long time, my brother heard me out, and I was so grateful. I told him about one past staff member sabotaging Meg, plotting against her. Now, who is this? It's a past staff member. So at the time he was having this conversation, which was on the brink of when they were leaving to the US, this member of staff was already a past member. So I wonder who that is, and I wonder why they left, or where they sat, or why were they a past member by the time he's having this conversation with William. Maybe William knew something else, and that's why William took this conversation seriously. I told him about one current staff member. Okay, so that's a current staff member whose close friend was taking payments for leaking private stuff to the press about Meg and me. Okay, so it's a close friend of a current staff member leaking stories, and it's private stuff. But hang on, but if it's a private stuff, then why are they trying to sabotage Meghan? Why is this a plot against Meghan if it's leaking private stuff? So basically it's like, oh, I got a story for you, and then takes a check. It doesn't sound to me like they're making up lies and trying to take her down, and there's some sort of plot and there's some sort of plan. If they're telling private stuff, okay, I get that, but it seems to be true. It doesn't seem to be me reading this so far that there seems to be lies. So I don't understand. So it's like, if you're telling the truth, you're leaking private, confidential, but it's true information, then the sabotaging and the plot, to me, doesn't go hand in hand, because it's the truth, right? It's the truth. So if you're doing bad things, someone's revealing it. I mean, it's the truth. I don't know. If it was private information, but it was like really nice information, then that's not sabotage. That's not a plot. Am I making sense? But anyway, okay. My sources on this were above reproach, including several journalists and barristers. Plus, I'd made a visit to New Scotland Yard. What? Is it that deep? Okay. I can get a journalist, but why would a barrister? Why would Scotland Yard know about this? Willie frowned. He and Kate had their own suspicions. Well, there we are. He'd looked into it. We agreed to keep talking. Okay, fine. So William had his own sort of suspicions. But this doesn't go hand in hand with what Harry alleges, which is basically that William's camp, or William and Kate, or Charles and Camilla, or whoever, were jealous of Meghan and wanted to leak all these stories and take them down. I mean, if it is that it was a previous staff member's friend, then that's not the fault of the royal family. You can't just put that at their door and put that in their feet whenever you're talking to bloody Anderson Cooper and whoever the hell you want to speak to, and whatever book you want to write, whatever interview you want to do. And you can't just lay it all at the royal family's feet. And then the rest of the article talks about the other allegations in the book, and then that Harry and Meghan hadn't yet confirmed that they were going to the coronation. They were making demands. So there we are. So I mean, it's odd because Harry is himself revealing a very private and very intimate conversation in his book Spare, which we know he has done page upon page upon page upon page. And yet he talks himself about privacy and the invasion of privacy, and he's invaded other people's privacy. I mean, we know that whole hypocrisy and contradiction in itself. South Park did a really good take on it. But I guess he's doing this, isn't he, to try and spin the narrative of him and Meghan, and try and portray this huge, dangerous plot against them by all fractions of society, that made them have no choice but to escape scary Britain for their freedom, so that they can flourish in the sunny beaches of the hilltops of Montecito. So yeah, I don't know about this. It seems to me, I'm yet to hear a lie. I don't know where the lies are. I keep on hearing leaks. Okay, but where are the lies? Where are the lies? Because frankly, for me, if things get leaked about someone, I appreciate that it's an invasion of your privacy. But if you're a public figure and people are investing in you, the public are investing in you, buying your product, then these people that are leaking stories, are they not whistleblowers? I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, so good on William. Good on William. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna leave it there. So I hope you enjoyed the video and please do subscribe to my channel and take care. Bye, guys.